Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store. We're here, Belfast, Ireland, for a terrific show. Look, promoter hat on today, yourself and Jamie, alongside ProBox, will come over, brought the stars over, former world champions, Malinage, Algeria, obviously Ant Crawler there as well. Conlan Boxing, it's taken a step up, it's levelled up, hasn't it?
Yeah, listen, you can see how the kind of setup for a whole week has been. It's been fantastic. You have the boys coming down the Waterford with us and then come back up for the press conference yesterday, and then last night a little event in the Whiteford. It was fantastic. So people just got to ask them the questions they wanted to ask them, so it was really good. But I think it's been a good partnership so far. Now let's see how our fight night runs.
Yeah, last night was great. I think it was just me and Paulie fighting shit back at each other for half an hour. It was great. Fight card. Headlined by Poddy, an opportunity after the Belanga defeat, but it's an opportunity against a guy who's got, I think, 94, 95, however the percentages work out, over a 90% knockout ratio. But this is his opportunity now to kick on and sort of get back to where he wants to be.
Listen, he hasn't took an easy comeback fight. After Berlanga, who would forgive him for taking a handy one? But he jumped straight back into the mix with the big boys, and he's got someone who's coming in there with a 90% plus knockout ratio, and that's dangerous no matter what. And even if you're probably favoured to beat him, and you have all the skill to beat him, when people can punch how someone with a 90% knockout ratio can, there's always a risk.
This is not going to be a one-off thing. There's another show going on as well. You mentioned, is it Waterford? Waterford, for the Dylan Moran, Tyrone McKenna. I know obviously you're still pursuing a professional career, but it's pleasing to see it looks like you're going up in levels in terms of the fights that are getting put on. And like you mentioned here, production alongside ProBox. Big schedule for next year as well, I believe, coming up.
There is a big schedule coming up. Obviously starting off with Waterford. Then we'll come back probably Belfast or different parts of the UK. So it's interesting, and it's great to partner with ProBox because they love 50-50 fights, and that's what we love here at Conlan Boxing, and we're happy to put them on, and they're happy to join in with us in that. And I think a great one is Kurt versus Rudy Garcia. So I think that's a fight which could steal the show. But if I had to back on a fight to steal the show, I'm going to say Rudy Farrell. And
I knew you were going to say that.
I love the last one. Yeah. Two guys, fighting for the Irish title, and you've seen how much the Celtic title meant for them, and the war they put on in the Ulster Hall, and Kurt's last undercard. It was fantastic, and I'm excited to see that again. I think it's going to be fantastic, and these guys, the energy they've brought this week, and the kind of words have been thrown back and forth between each other. They both believe they're going to win. Rudy's confidence has went through the roof since his last fight. Even though he was already a confident kid, it's went through the roof this time. And I'm just excited for that fight, just to see all-out action. That's what you're going to get. These guys aren't trying to box. These guys aren't trying to point score. They're just trying to knock each other out and just throw as much punches as they can.
Look, boxing's throwing up a lot of fights recently. Obviously, we've just seen Bivol Beterbiev. We've got another big strong end to the year. I'm going to ask you about Fury Usyk. Saw the press conference, was there in person. Completely different from the first one. Seems like, I think it's natural when you share a ring. You maybe not. You tell me, like, share 12 rounds together. There's that little bit of respect there, and this sort of nothing's a surprise. Usyk comes out as hitman. That was cool. That was cool. And Fury was very much like, look, I need to make changes. I need to make small changes and increase his focus. That's what one thing I took away was he was harping on about, I just need to stay switched on. I hurt him in there. I was winning rounds. If you're Tyson, I've asked a few people this, how do you approach this rematch with a guy like that who is just like a boxing genius? But Tyson is as well.
I have a feeling Tyson's just going to try and come forward early, use his weight, and try to take him out of there, because he's not going to box Usyk. He's not. Usyk's a boxing genius. But
between rounds 3 and 7 of the last fight, you'd say Tyson was probably quite handedly winning the majority of them.
Yeah, but it's a 12-round fight after all, and the work Usyk was doing was obviously tearing Fury out. The movement, changing the angles, all that stuff takes its toll, and it pays off in the end. And that's obviously what he done and has done the whole time I've known Usyk from the amateurs, because we were in the amateurs together and stuff, and it was always that, like the first round they wouldn't even try to win him or Lomachenko. They would just figure you out and then break you down and just tire you out and just wear you down just with their movement and their boxing brain, rather than just brute strength.
I was there for the Tony Bellew fight, and what was funny was I actually had Tony Bellew up at one point, and it wasn't the fact he was up, it was the fact that there was that feeling of inevitability, that he was almost moving to Usyk's tune at one point, and you're thinking, as soon as Usyk lets his hands go at some point, it's going to take its toll. How much of a skill is that, the fact that you can know you're losing rounds, because it's all sort of part of the plan, and you've got to have that mental strength up here to stay with a guy like Usyk. And look, Tyson's he's a historian. He knows the game. He's been in with all styles. Wilder when he was Wilder kind of thing. It's not as easy as walk him down. Has it got to be a case of, if you sniff the opening, you get him hurt, don't give him a chance to sort of get back into the fight?
Yeah, I think so. Listen, he's not going to just be silly and walk him down, but I do think he's just going to try and pressure him from early, use his size, use his weight, and break him down that way, rather than trying to box him, trying to win in the long run. He's a 18 stone man or whatever, how much he is. He's got some size. Is he the biggest heavyweight? He's one of the biggest heavyweights anyway in boxing. He can really just pressure and do what he wants, and I think he does that. I don't think he tries to box this guy this time, because Usyk has been hurt, as we've seen. Listen, Dubois hurt him to the body.
He got hurt by Fury with an uppercut as well, and it was
Fury.
It was a big shock.
These are big men. Usyk's a small heavyweight, a very small heavyweight. He's a cruiserweight, really, let's be honest. And it's just a real intriguing fight. I've always been kind of Team Usyk. Anybody who's fought, I've always been Team Usyk. I said it, I think, in 2018. I tweeted it saying about, I think he beats them all. And he went and done it. I retweet that tweet every time he beats one of the guys.
Pat on the back.
Thank you, Mick. Thank you. Well done. But no, listen, the guy's a genius, and he's a fantastic fighter. Fury is a great man and a great fighter as well. So it's the battle of the best at the heavyweight division, and that's what you want to see. You want to see the best fight the best.
Last couple from me. Saw yesterday, Sky Sports announced Fabio Wardley has been given the green light to start negotiating a fight, or to be considered a potential opponent for Daniel Dubois. Fabio Wardley has come from my cloth, the white collar scene. Undefeated white collar. He was the same. Only joking. Shout out to Fabio. But what a story that would be, to fight for a world title against a Daniel Dubois. If he fought Dubois right now on the run he is, would you put it past him? It's hard. I
think he's a bit small as well as a heavyweight, but listen, the guy has dynamite power in both hands, and it surprised me how quick he got rid of Fraser Clark. That was a phenomenal knockout, and the damage he caused with that punch, it's not going to turn anybody over. So, you know what I mean? In heavyweight boxing, you can't really bet against anybody unless it's a big swing in the favoritism. But I wouldn't bet on him.
But you wouldn't bet against him?
I would bet against him, against Dubois, but it'd be a risky bet, because heavyweight boxing, anything can happen.
What a story that'd be, though, from white collar to world champion. That is like a proper movie, isn't it?
It's fantastic. Fair play to him, and you got to give him credit, because all the talk of the elite, the amateur, and the pedigree and all.
You know yourself, coming from the amateur scene, that the pressure that carries as well.
Yeah, it brings pressure, but people were expecting me being one of them. I was expecting Fraser to box him quite easy in the first fight. And the first fight was a war, and I kind of went, I think Fraser beat him in the rematch, and then I was surprised completely. I had no dog in the fight. I was just thinking Fraser could do it, but I like both guys, so credit to Fabio, credit to Fraser, and then all the best to him if he fights one of them big guys, and fair play.
Yourself, obviously, Sheffield. Oh, are you watching Jake Paul, Mike Tyson? You will out of intrigue.
Listen, everybody will watch it, won't they, really? Let's be honest. It's intriguing just to see, but the things I've heard, the rumours I've heard about that, the longer the fight goes, the more money Tyson will make. if he knocks him out in the first round, he barely makes any money. I've heard all these type of rumours. I don't know if they're true, but I've heard loads of rumours like that. And
Surely that can't be part of.
You never know, though. Listen,
Different world, isn't it?
it's a completely different world, and if that's the case, wow. But I'll watch it. But I'll watch it through my fingers because I don't want to see Tyson getting hurt.
Obviously, last one, come to yourself. Obviously, no rush to come back, no fight date in mind, whether you do in the back of your mind. But you're training in Sheffield. You've been there now for a couple of months with Grant Smith. I've been privy to a few sessions. I know you're enjoying it. Just give us a quick update on that before we speak. Before I think he just wants his bag. Go on, you. Go on. It's all right. It's just an important interview, mate. No, you're all right. Sorry. Yeah. The Sheffield. You two seem to be gelling really well. How are you enjoying your time there so far, and give you a bit of, I don't know, sort of motivation, but to continue in boxing really, and give you a bit of love for it again?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's motivation. I think I'm already motivated enough. The continue wouldn't be come back. I was motivated to come back. So it's just been great. It's a great gym, and the people are great. And the people in Sheffield are actually real nice people. Up north, they actually are really nice people.
Yorkshire.
Don't go away, mate.
Yorkshire.
Except where you're from.
But we're down the road.
Nah, listen, they're good people. Around the gym, who's in the gym, it's been great, and I'm really enjoying it. Me and Grant are gelling. Listen, I'm boxing 26 years now. Grant and no other coach is really going to teach me loads of new things about boxing, and he's not trying to change my style or anything. We're just tweaking little mistakes, and that's all I wanted from any type of coach, was to tweak mistakes. So he's doing that, and I'm really happy with it.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing where this goes, and obviously the first fight back, how you two gel. But yeah, Mick Conlan, appreciate giving us some of your time, and catch up again maybe after this fight at the weekend.
Yeah, mate, sure, you see me often enough, so...
not by choice, mate. Like, you're up the road in a gym in Sheffield where I go and work myself.
Sure, you just come up to have lunch, man. Make me pay for it, you stinker.
You fucking lie. You lie. Why do you end that? Why do you end by lying?
I'm joking. He pays for them.